1816, an exiled warrior with nothing. 1828, an empire of 1 million, the fastest military expansion in African history, all because one man saw warfare differently and changed it forever. This is Shaka Zulu. Before Shaka, African warfare was predictable. Two armies line up, throw spears from a safe distance. Maybe hit someone, maybe don't. If things get dangerous, retreat, regroup, try again tomorrow. Battles lasted weeks. Casualties were low, nobody won decisively. Entire wars could drag on for years without a clear victor. Shaka looked at this system and saw weakness. What if you didn't retreat? What if you got close? What if war wasn't about honor, it was about winning, completely, permanently? Born 1787, illegitimate son, his name means intestinal beetle, literally an insult. His father banished him, his tribe rejected him. As a child, other boys threw stones. He didn't cry, he watched, he learned, and he never forgot a single face. Exiled at 13, Shaka joined the army of Chief Genghis Khan. There, far from his homeland, he studied warfare, and he saw everything wrong with it. Traditional weapons, traditional tactics, traditional thinking, all of it outdated, inefficient, designed for survival, not conquest. He decided to change everything. First, the weapon. Traditional African warfare used the assegai, a 6-foot throwing spear. Light, long range, safe. Shaka hated it. You throw your weapon, now you're unarmed. Enemy picks it up, now they have it. It's inefficient. Shaka created the Ikloa, 18 inches short, stabbing, not throwing, named after the sucking sound it made being pulled from a body. Now warriors couldn't throw and retreat. They had to close distance, face to face, brutal, personal, deadly, kill or be killed, no middle ground. The psychological shift was massive. With throwing spears, you could miss and live. With the Ikloa, hesitate and you die, so Shaka's warriors never hesitated. Then came the tactic that made him unstoppable, the bull horn formation, 4 parts working as one machine. The chest, main force, attacks head-on, pins enemy attention forward, maximum aggression, no retreat allowed. The horns, 2 flanking units, sweep around from both sides while enemy focused on the center. By the time they're detected, it's too late. The loins, reserves held back watching the battle. When enemy weakens, the loins rush in to finish them. The commander, positioned on high ground, usually a hill, watches the entire battlefield, controls all 3 units with signals, real-time battlefield management. It's brilliant, it's ancient Africa's version of the Roman legion, and it worked. Every single time, enemies couldn't adapt fast enough. By the time they understood they were being surrounded, they were already dead. Third innovation, Shaka banned sandals completely. His warriors ran barefoot, 50 miles per day, on thorns, rocks, whatever terrain existed. Why? Tactical mobility. Traditional armies in the region marched 15 miles per day, in sandals, heavy boots. Slowly, Shaka's warriors covered 50 miles, barefoot. They could strike at dawn, fight all day, and be 50 miles away by sunset before the enemy even knew what happened. But it wasn't just speed, it was training. The first weeks were agony, feet blistered, bleeding, raw, but Shaka didn't care. After 6 months, their feet became leather. Calloused, tough, immune to pain, they could run anywhere, over anything, forever. The military advantage was devastating. Enemies couldn't chase them, couldn't predict their movements, couldn't understand how an army appeared, destroyed everything, and vanished. Shaka's warriors could control territory other armies couldn't even reach. Fourth, psychological warfare. Before battle, the Ngoma, the war dance, not entertainment, a weapon. 10,000 warriors, stomping in perfect synchronization, the ground shakes, literally, dust clouds rise, the sound travels for miles, enemy scouts hear it first, a rumbling like thunder, but it doesn't stop, it gets closer, louder. Then the enemy sees it, thousands of warriors, moving as one, perfect coordination, rehearsing formations, practicing kills, while you watch. They're not just intimidating you, they're showing you exactly how they'll kill you, in perfect synchronization. Many enemies surrendered before fighting. They'd heard the stories, The Zulu don't take prisoners. The Zulu don't retreat. The Zulu don't stop. So why fight? Why die? Just run. Historians estimate 30 to 40% of Shaka's victories came from enemies surrendering or fleeing before battle even began. That's not just warfare, that's genius. Fifth, discipline, absolute, ruthless, no exceptions. Show fear in battle, death. Lose your weapon, death. Fall behind during the 50-mile run, death. Question an order, death. Don't cry hard enough at a funeral, death. It sounds cruel, it was. But Shaka understood something modern militaries teach. Discipline multiplies effectiveness. 100 disciplined warriors beat 1,000 undisciplined ones, always. He forbade marriage until age 40. No distractions, only war. He executed cowards publicly, not cruelty messaging. This is what happens to weakness. Survive this training, you're part of the most effective military machine in African history. Fail, you're gone. And it worked. His warriors became legendary. They'd rather die than show fear, rather charge impossible odds than retreat, rather face execution than disappoint their regiment. That level of discipline is terrifying and unstoppable. The results, unstoppable. 1816, Shaka seizes the Zulu throne. Starting force, 1,500 warriors. Territory, 100 square miles, one small tribe among hundreds. 1828, 12 years later, 1 million subjects, 11,000 square miles, 300 tribes conquered, absorbed, erased. The Mfecane, the crushing. Entire populations fled before his armies. Some estimate 2 million people displaced by the Zulu expansion, not through cruelty alone, through military superiority so overwhelming that resistance was suicide. For comparison, Napoleon took 16 years to build his empire. Alexander the Great took 13, Shaka did it in 12, and he did it starting with nothing, no inherited empire, no wealthy nation, just innovation, discipline, and absolute will. Today, Shaka's tactics are taught at West Point, Sandhurst, every elite military academy, the bullhorn formation. It's the foundation of modern combined arms warfare. Center pins, flanks encircle, reserves exploit, same principles, just different weapons. 51 years after Shaka's death, the Battle of Isandlwana, 20,000 Zulu warriors face 1,800 British soldiers. The British have rifles, artillery, modern weapons. The Zulu have spears, shields, and Shaka's tactics. Result, Zulu victory, Britain's worst colonial defeat in Africa. Spears beat rifles, because tactics beat technology, because Shaka's genius outlived him by half a century. The Ikwa replaced by rifles eventually, but the concept, close combat, aggressive engagement, that stayed. The barefoot mobility, modern special forces still train soldiers to run long distances for mental toughness. The psychological warfare, every military parade is a descendant of the Ngoma. The discipline, it's the foundation of every elite unit on Earth. September 22nd, 1828. Shaka Zulu, the most powerful man in Africa, stabbed by his own half-brothers with his own Ikwa, the weapon he invented, driven into his back. His last words, "Brothers, why do you kill me?" They didn't answer. Power had consumed him. After his mother died in 1827, grief turned to madness. He executed 7,000 people in mourning. His own people feared him. His brothers saw opportunity and took it. But they couldn't kill his legacy. The Zulu nation survived, fought the British for decades, exists today as 12 million strong. The tactics, still studied. The innovations, still relevant. The discipline, still admired. Shaka Zulu didn't just build an empire. He revolutionized warfare, changed how humans fight, proved that innovation beats tradition, that discipline beats numbers, that one genius can change the world. In 12 years, he built an empire. In 200 years, his ideas built modern military doctrine. They gave him nothing. He changed everything. That's not just a warrior, that's a revolutionary. That's Shaka Zulu.